Plaintiff Wesley Grassini says he and the defendant live in the same neighborhood, and he believes the defendant's 15-year-old son has an issue with his stepson. Wesley's suing because he claims the defendant's son slashed his tires in the middle of the night. Defendant Jody Kanowski and her son Caleb admit that Caleb has been acting out since the age of 13, and his behavior has gotten progressively worse. Jody claims Caleb has gotten 3 tickets for underage drinking, and although Jody has tried to get him help, she has been unsuccessful.
Start with you.
All right, sir. I just want to let you know that this all started, I think, by some kids hanging around my neighborhood. They're bad kids. They've been coming on my porch, things like that, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I've had to kick them off. Just talking and being really loud. My bedroom window is right there.
Why do they come on your porch to talk?
It's like a fourplex, and the porch is right on,
All right, common porch.
Correct.
The buddy they were visiting is the same porch as yours.
Correct.
All right. What else you want me to know by way of background?
Just basically that about middle of August, I had my house broken into, and I had no clue who did it. So that kind of put me on alert to kind of watch my surroundings, my neighborhood, things like that. And then the middle of September, approximately 2 or 3 in the morning, I heard a weird noise outside. I had my window open, my baby had just woke up, and I looked outside and I seen the defendant's son, Jody Kanowski's son, Caleb Kanowski, out by my car, slashing my tires.
All right, before we get to the specifics of your case, let me allow her to give some background, ma'am.
Hi, Your Honor. My son has been getting into quite a bit of trouble since he was 13.
What's your name, young man?
Caleb Kanowski.
Okay. Since what age?
Since 13, and it's progressed the last 2 years. So,
What type of trouble?
get trouble with the law, drinking, underage drinking.
How old are you?
15.
And any trouble at school?
Yep, he hasn't been going.
What have you done in these last 2 years to try and deal with it?
I've went to court with him. I've talked to probation, and I've asked for them to help him with treatment or for his behavior and for alcohol.
Okay, and what has happened?
They don't think that it's that serious as of right now, and I just really haven't gotten any help. And I'm a single mom.
Well, let me ask, has he been accused of a crime?
He's got a ticket for underage consumption.
Okay, and they still don't think it's a problem?
No, he's had several of those tickets.
How many tickets has he received?
For underage consumption, probably 3.
And when you spoke to the police or the juvenile prosecutor, the school, and sought help,
Yes.
they've said, we don't think he needs any help.
They put him through an AJC program, and he had three months of treatment.
So they did think he needed help.
Right, so...
And they did get him treatment.
Yes, but not the treatment that I'm asking for.
What type of treatment are you seeking?
Woodland Hills. It's a treatment that helps with your bad behavior, being defiant. I mean, the alcohol, the drugs, everything.
What type of treatment has he received?
Just drugs, and in a lockdown, like jail facility for underage kids.
Okay.
And he's
Nothing
been
dealing
there
with the
before.
root cause?
What's that?
Nothing dealing with the root cause?
No.
Such as psychological analysis,
Right.
Psychological counseling?
Right, yeah. None.
He has?
They haven't addressed anything, any other issues.
No psychological counseling?
No.
Okay. Young man, why don't you tell me, have you gotten 3 tickets since 2013 for underage consumption?
Probably.
Mm-hmm. And your mother said you've gone for some type of treatment. Have you gone for that?
Yeah, I went to a CD.
What's that?
It was like a chemical dependency program.
Okay. None of that program entailed counseling and therapy outside of drugs?
No.
All they talked to you about was drugs?
Pretty much, yeah. How to handle situations.
Pardon?
How to handle situations, like I had to go to cognitive skill classes or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So they did talk about something other than drugs.
Yeah,
They told you how to handle situations, cognitive classes.
Yeah.
That's therapy, man.
That's
So he did receive therapy. So perhaps that's why they told you they couldn't do any more. And he went back to his old ways after rehab?
Yes, he's got fleeing the police, underage consumptions, curfew violations.
Okay. Have you gone to the court to tell them that?
I've talked to the prosecutor, yes.
And what do they tell you?
I've spoken to him about the Woodland Hills program that I want him in.
No. The violations, the crimes
Yes,
that
I've
you're telling
spoken
me
to him,
about.
but we got to speak further when we go to court.
Okay, because what sounds like what needs to happen now, he needs to be removed from the house and jailed and be made a ward of the court until he is serious about changing his life. Don't bring him to me, bring him to jail. And let's see how that works out for him. What city you guys from?
Duluth.
Now I can send him to a juvenile in Detroit. I bet she'll straighten up then, real quick. Yeah, you bring him in here and he's talking tough, standing there all tough. Yeah, I don't know. Went there, that ain't nothing. I'm back to our old ways now. Yeah, I committed crime, so what? You want me to do something with him? I can't do anything with him until he's ready. I send kids and adults to rehab when they're ready to change. If they're not, the only thing you can do is sentence them. But when they have this attitude and this posture, you can't do anything with them until they're ready. Now tell me what happened with these tires you're alleging he slashed.
It would have been more tires if I didn't catch it as quick, but he only got one.
You only have 4. Oh, okay.
I got 4, but he only got 1.
All right.
So
that's not to say you need to go rehab with him if you think it's more than 4 tires on a car. All right, so tell me how it happened. What did you see?
So like I said, at about 2, 3 in the morning, my window was open because it was hot out in my room. So all of a sudden I heard a weird noise and I looked out my window and like I said, I seen Caleb Kanowski over there going to work on my tires.
Why do you think he did it?
He has some kind of beef with my 12-year-old stepson. I'm not quite sure. Before any of this happened, I didn't even know these people. So.
All right. Now, when you spoke with his mother, if you did, what has she said?
She had said that she was tight on money. She didn't have it. So at that point, I felt like I had to sue.
Okay. How much for the tire?
The tire was only $41, but
Okay.
the amount of emotional distress is where the rest of that comes.
We'll get to that. Ma'am, what do you say to this?
I feel that my son should be held responsible for the cost of the tire. And as far as emotional distress goes, I think that's a joke. He's unemployed. He's a well-known meth head in our area. I don't know, he doesn't have a job to get up to or a place to be every morning and every day.
Well, he had tires.
Yeah.
We do know that.
So I believe that he should get the tire money. And I think if anybody should be...
From your son?
Yes.
All right, so you're admitting that your son is responsible. And that night, did you know where your son was?
I was at work.
Did you know where he was?
He was at home, as far as I knew.
And sounds like you were pretty nonchalant in your concern for his damage caused by your son?
Yes, I told him that he should contact the police if he hasn't already.
Right. So, I ain't got nothing to do with it. You contact the police. Don't come to me with that nonsense. It's called a failure to supervise, in which case you are to be responsible for the damage that the child has caused. Did you want to say anything about this allegation that you're on crystal meth or drugs?
I can take you away right now. Ain't no crystal meth in my system.
What's the emotional distress?
Well, the emotional distress is because I didn't have a spare tire, so I was without a car for a week and a half. I'm currently trying to get disability because I've had 2 brain surgeries, messed me up, which would explain the unemployed part. The only income we had was my girlfriend. She uses my car.
So your girlfriend could not get to work for how long because of $41?
Sorry, a week and a half.
Because of a $41 tire.
Correct. We were flat broke. She didn't get paid until the 25th of that month. And like I said, I was in
$41.
$41. It's when it's hard to come by, it's hard to come by.
And she didn't go to work at all?
She went to work.
Oh, okay.
She went to work, but she was late.
She was stressed when she went.
Very stressed. She was yelling
Tell
at
her to come see me, then we'll deal with her case. In the meantime, I'll give you $41. And your girlfriend, tell her to come sue for all the stress he put her through. All
I
right?
got a statement.
I know, but she has to sue. That's her claim. She's the one that was late. What else you say? Late for work, stressed at work.
Yeah.
Yelled at him.
Yelled at
Yelled
you.
Yeah.
She got to come, sir. Now, you know better than that. $41 is your judgment. Now, if you're telling me that you had to take her back and forth to work, and therefore you had to track people down, and you found someone after much search and much stress.
That's exactly what happened, sir. I had to look for boss man.
Who did you find?
Can I tell you something too?
Yes.
When I finally got the money to get the tire, I had to carry the tire almost 8 blocks by myself because nobody would give me a ride.
Okay. How much you want for that?
Whatever, man.
100?
Whatever. That's almost a mile.
You were stressed out while carrying that tire.
I was.
8 blocks.
Indeed.
I agree. $100. What else?
On top of that, my son was sick. I couldn't bring him to the hospital because he was, you know what I mean?
Oh my God.
He had the tire in his hands, couldn't carry the kid.
Couldn't carry the kid and the tire at the same time.
No.
What did you do to get her a ride to work? Let's stick with that.
I had to get some money to get her on the bus, and then I called everybody I know to try to get rides.
Did anyone give her a ride?
Nobody gave her a ride.
Well, I can't help you because you got no good friends. I will give you $100 for carrying that tire.
Okay.
141 is your judgment, sir. You did suffer a little bit, and he is the one that caused that suffering. And ma'am, when you see that prosecutor, you spell it all out. You've done everything you can. Remove him from your house. Make him a ward of the state until he is ready to come home and do the right thing. And tell him you want to send him to Detroit. Judgment for the plaintiff.
I got no hard feelings, you know. I got nothing against him.
I'm too busy to worry about my neighbor down the street. But if he was my unemployed man, I'd want him to carry that tire 10 miles.